It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We're down in Austin, Texas. A hotel episode. It's a monster episode for us. We got three major things. We're here in Austin for the Tires Season 2 premiere. We just announced, Out of Order announced, they dropped a trailer for the first season of Mascots, the first ever Barstool Sports scripted reality show, scripted TV show. And Dave and everybody on Unnamed show just announced the cast for the Barstool Sports Summer House.
The Summer of Jackie.
The Summer of Jackie is here. Summer of Jackie is upon us. Where do we begin? There's a lot there.
No, I was gonna say it's kind of you're the man of the hour.
Yeah.
I was gonna disagree. You just had 2 shows drop.
Well, let me chime in as the third guy. I love watching all this happen. I love, you got your thing, you guys got your thing. It's popping off in the KFC Radio cinematic universe.
I was gonna say that
it's a whole family production now.
I was gonna say that I was thinking about it on the flight. This is kind of our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is cool that we're at the #1 comedy show Netflix premiere. That's pretty cool.
I always hate to do I never know how to say these things or do these things, especially in the Barstool world where everything gets dissected and picked apart. But I feel like a lot of the cool shit we do goes under the radar. I feel like it's pretty fucking cool that we do these things, and it's just totally common and normal that it's we're here for the premiere. Are you saying why we're here?
I think I'm gonna stick. I think it's a better story if you've seen it.
But we're saying that you're in it.
Oh yeah.
So you're just in Tires that. That's something that 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, you'd probably be like, I'm gonna be in a Netflix show with Shane Gillis. No fuck, we just. I mean, it's a testament, I think, to how we do things here as a company, but even within our company, within the company, it's you just keep going, you just keep doing more. There's no. Right. I mean, I can't tell you how many times. How many times have we said, if you told me that I would have done this, I would have said I made it and I was done. And I'm not going any further, We just keep going. So
horses don't stop; they keep going. That's a rap lyric, dog.
Know your bars, bro. But I mean,
from Young Thug.
If we were just doing an episode saying you were in Tires Season 2, that would be the big announcement. And then it's yeah, but also I have my own TV show coming out soon.
Yeah.
And then that's and also the other girl has a TV show coming out.
And
that's
Jackie's
fucking crazy.
In that one. What? You're in the Mascots teaser.
Yeah,
you're
you
in
got
fucking
2 shows.
Summer House.
So maybe you're the woman of the hour.
Yeah.
I think you two just need to fight.
Yeah.
Just fight right now.
We're so awkward.
Yeah, you guys really are.
John and I worked out together this morning, which working out together is just us avoiding each other as much as possible in the gym. We both show up in the gym.
I didn't know that was going to come up.
Why would that not come up?
No, because it was just...
Bro, if you think for
it's both
one
of us hugging
second,
the walls, trying
I would...
not to
Yeah, absolutely.
I would, honestly, as it was all happening, I'm I wonder if Jackie registers this.
When you walked in, I was like, fuck.
Dude, when I walked in and saw you, I was like, fuck, because I was going to use the treadmill. And I was like, well, guess what? Can't do that now.
Yeah,
so I just didn't do my normal workout this morning.
I didn't do my normal workout this morning. Dude.
I went to the gym probably after you guys just left.
Because I was I'm working out late, no chance anybody walks in right now. And when you're wearing a workout set and then your boss walks in, you're like, I don't want to be wearing this right now.
Well, you work out in a sweatshirt. That was what I noticed about the workout.
Jackie sweatshirts. I mean, that's her whole thing.
Oh, is that what happened?
I
was like, Jackie's working on a sweatshirt. It's 100 degrees
in
here.
Bro, let me tell you this much. We know that John's a meathead, right? You're manorexic or whatever. You're a gym addict.
Yeah.
The fact that you didn't just turn around and be like, I'm not working out today. The fact that you had to be like, I got to get my workout in and work out with Jackie is he really needs it. It's truly for his mental and physical health. He needs this because I would have just been like, see you later. The thought of Jackie just running around doing her Jackie shit and being like, no fucking shot is that
No,
happening.
I actually did a prison workout today.
Where we just lifting the bench and shit, lifting hard shit.
I probably thought I didn't know if Jackie was piecing together what was happening. I was like, this probably looks insane.
I was not looking at you. I was trying to.
It was because I thought you saw it in the mirror because that's how when you turn around. I thought you didn't see me. So I thought I walked in the gym. I was like, oh, no, she didn't notice me. I'll just work out on the other side of the treadmill. She won't even see. And eventually she turned around. She's like, hello.
Yeah. Oh,
and
you did see me.
I saw you and avoided you. I was like, nice, she didn't see me.
You were like, oh, you were here.
Funny seeing you here.
But I was doing a workout. It's like a San Quentin prison workout. And you just pretend you're in a prison cell. So you can only walk 8 feet. And you do 10 push-ups, 1 dip. Walk, or you 10 push-ups, walk 8 feet, walk back, 1 dip, walk back, 9 push-ups, walk back, 2 dips, walk back, and it's so hard on the mind to keep track of like when I got to 5 and it started to flip which one I was doing more, I was like, I don't have a fucking clue what's happening right now.
It's not like John, like the physical part's fine, it's the mental part of this. Yeah. Counting this workout is too hard for me.
Yeah, workout kicked my ass. I had to do math up to 10.
No shot I would do that. That's crazy, man.
But speaking of the meathead, anorexic, whatever, you know who's in the gym every time I go to the gym?
I'm a meathead.
Jackie, like every time like we're on a trip and I go to the gym, Jackie's in the gym. Yeah. Jackie's in there fucking grinding.
It's the same like mental health thing where it's like if I could just walk and listen to some music, like my day is just so much better.
Yeah.
It's just so much goddamn better.
It starts the day very different. Turns out everyone was right.
Yeah. It sucks so hard that like eating healthy and like working out.
Why? Like the greatest, the cruelest trick God ever played was just being like good food and like exercise is a good thing.
It's good for you. It turns out it's good for you and it helps.
Why not just be like sleeping, laying around, and eating good food?
Yeah.
The fuck,
like,
man.
how pissed are you that like the you stopped eating a tub of ice cream and now you're getting like Ozempic?
It's like worked.
Yeah, right. When you do like, there's like 3 things you have to do, and then once you start doing them, you're like, God damn it, they work. Son of a bitch.
I will say this though, like. It didn't make a difference in my life.
It did make a difference?
I mean, I don't walk around like confident and like feeling good. Now, you know? That's really like I think you'll lose weight from a diet, but you'll feel better from exercise. You know what I mean?
I see.
Like
okay.
I still am depressed and miserable.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just a little bit skinnier now. Honestly, I mean,
you're like, oh, turns out I just need to hit a dopamine and endorphins to start the day.
Although
I'm in a better mood.
Oh,
I do think I really just need to do. I've said this forever too. Just do the bare minimum because, like, you know, fucking 4 minutes for me is like 4 hours for you guys.
Yeah.
I did see some Instagram ad. It was for like a chest, like basically like replicates push-ups, but it's like a clamp thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, if you do this for 10 minutes a day, you'll be in shape. It's like, no fucking kidding. Like, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if it was like, do push-ups for 10 straight minutes. You'd be fucking like gassed. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you do 500 push-ups, you'll be in good shape. No, you know how many times I can do this in 10 minutes? Like
that's like the.
I can do that for 10 seconds.
there's a scene in How I Met Your Mother when Jason Segel starts like going to a trainer, and she's like, "All right, do 100 push-ups," and he's like, "Okay, word, but like, how many do you want me to do?" And she's like, "I said 100." He's like, "Oh, I thought that was like do 1,000,000 push-ups."
Exactly, bro. Exactly. All right. Anyway, let's get back on track here. I don't know where to start.
The trailer.
I mean, I think we have to start
so
in one obvious place. Is that Dante the Don?
Okay. Yeah. So let's. That is more. That is the tires is awesome. Les Mascots is gonna be incredible. But the gossip and the good content is coming from the Barstool Summer House. Dave announced the cast. Let me just make sure I have it all and I read it right. So, the cast, the fellas, Tommy Smokes, Nikki Smokes, Mike Kadick. Was it a joke somebody must have photoshopped Nadeau in there?
No, he seriously might be in.
Okay, because I was gonna say I saw a graphic with Nadeau in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy Smokes, Nikki Smokes, Nadeau, Mike Kadick, and Dante the Don are the fellas. The ladies.
What's that change the meeting age to?
Yeah, I mean,
that's like if it's the dozen, it's like we're getting a whole new generation of questions now. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what was the number 1 hit in '84. Like I can't help you.
Is he older than me?
I honestly don't know how old Dante is.
He's at least like my age.
I assume he's just Gaz's age.
Gaz is a little bit older than me.
Him and Gaz were like the older statesmen on the Blackout tour. I've always assumed he's Gaz's age.
So
I do
like,
not know.
yeah, it's either right around my age, a little earlier, a little later, but like you're talking 40 basically.
Yeah.
Guys, what if I like fall in love? Like I'm so
okay.
stressed
No, wait. Okay, so then the girls are Annika, Ella, Bree, I think Bree will be making like an appearance, and
No, I think she's
in it like
in
the whole
it,
time.
Yeah.
Okay. Brianna and Jackie. I don't think this is your style after everything I've seen of you, but I feel like it has to be said. If you fuck any of these guys, it will be a catastrophic misstep in your life. I just want you to know that.
And here, like my style, I know my style. I'm not gonna fuck any of these guys. I'm slightly worried about like close proximity and alcohol, like drunk Jackie.
To who though?
Yeah.
Who? I'm not
let's
going to.
list.
I'm not like I know. I'm actually like really good at
Who
not.
rank them of who you
But I'm
who you
worried
might
that-
fuck to
I'm
won't
worried
fuck.
that I'm not going to do that ranking. I'm worried that me, like myself, I'm really good at just being like, even if I'm drunk, like bad idea, not happening. Sometimes.
Some of the stories I've heard have not been that.
If I like know I need to be a little unhinged because
Content and like
Mama's
cameras.
got bills to pay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Anything's
what's gonna
possible.
happen. I don't know what's gonna
Do you
happen.
think it's more likely that you bring a stranger home than hook up with? I say yes.
It's also
say yes.
very.
Say yes.
Yeah. Then hook up with like Dante. Yeah.
Like
But-
I don't think you're gonna be like sleeping around, but I could see you bringing. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I could see you bringing a guy home,
The
making out with
goal
him,
is
partying with him.
Always
little
to
summer
fuck
love.
0 people on camera.
What's that?
I said the goal is always to fuck 0 people on camera. We will
Whether we achieve that goal,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But again,
that is the goal.
Mama's got bills to pay. So I don't know.
I am
What-
so pumped for the world. Like people know Jackie by now, but as you do more of these things, Fishbowl and Survivor, and now this, like it's always just a new audience. This is gonna be a big one. Like a lot of people are gonna watch this, and people getting exposed to the Jackie world is always a trip.
The perfect intro into the Jackie world is Jackie finds out she's going to be on a reality show, and her first thought is, "Oh man, what if I fall in love?" Like not like usually when like a show gets announced, like there's some talk about like, this person's on it, this sucks, like we'll have to deal with them, whatever.
What if I find my husband?
Oh God, if I get married on this show.
I mean, what if Nadudu is a ladies' man? He's always out in the club with these fucking Boricua chicks and stuff. What if he puts the full court press on you and you just?
I think no, you're not in any danger to do. You don't have enough melanin.
I don't know.
so he
She's
would
got the
even-
tan going on.
Yeah, true.
He's very open about it. He likes Latina women, I think, or is it
Yeah.
black women?
I think it's.
He likes
Puerto Rican
women who
chicks.
are darker than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Like, no,
Jackie's gonna show up in blackface. Jeffrey.
If you had to pick between the Smokeses,
I can't do this.
yes, you have to. There's a Marvel cinematic world. There's an alternate timeline where you go on this and fall in love with one of the Smokes boys. Which one would you prefer?
It's gotta be Tom.
Here's the thing is like I'm also so for like not stirring up any drama. Like I don't like to.
But also, Mama's got
Mama's
bills.
got bills.
I feel like
I was gonna say one comes with a lot more baggage than the other.
Just say that. Just leave that and watch them go. Because both of them right now are going, "What the fuck, man? What you him over me?" And it's like right down the middle. You know what I mean? Like both of them are gonna be equally offended that you didn't automatically say that they're Smokes.
Yeah, God, I'm gonna be so bad at the show, dude. I can't. I'm not good at drama.
Well, I mean, it's also not like a dating show. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's. I mean.
My plan.
So
is
wait,
just
Nikki and Annika have dated, right?
Yes.
And is Ella the other girl?
I believe so.
So there is like
she didn't actually.
they just like went on they got drinks or whatever,
I
right?
actually don't know.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, like, those are the people that like have when they get drunk, they might fight, they might fuck, they might, right? Like who knows,
Yeah.
right? Everybody else, I don't, really think that there's gonna be like sparks flying or romantic
you should
drama.
be the
or
prankster of
whatever,
the
but-
house.
My goal is just to get really drunk and see what happens.
Yeah. It's a
I
great
think
goal.
that's a goal you're
Yeah.
going to achieve.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty easy one to do.
I should be the prankster of the house.
Yeah.
Like whoopee cushion, like old fashioned
Whoopee
prankster.
cushion.
Yeah.
Get some what do they call it? Saran wrap. Put it over the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Jackie's just
come
gonna
in
walk in a
front
room and pull like ribbon out of her mouth.
Dude. Just put like get like Where is it? It's in Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Like maybe like some mice and just put them. Maybe not mice, but like lizards, perhaps.
Crickets.
Crickets. I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, like get 4 pigs, but label them to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just do like senior pranks in the house. Be like, where's the 4th pig in the house? I'm pretty sure they did the thing where you label it to 5 because we'd find a pig in the house.
I think either way, it's going to be quite the spectacle. Quite the spectacle. When it's like 2 a.m. and Jackie's just like a seal, just laughing at her own jokes and shit, people are gonna love the Jackie show.
Well, I don't know if this is gonna be. I'm a little confused by the like. I'm a little confused by it.
Oh, I'm sure everybody is. I've heard that it's not real cameras and it's only like social cameras.
Social
I'm sure there'll be live streams. I'm sure whether or not there's real cameras, there's going to be cameras rolling all times. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So like.
That's also not good with me. Like. I don't know.
I like Pav's little quiet laugh there.
But yeah, we'll see.
Dave has high hopes. He's very invested in this.
I know.
I'm sure, I'm sure they're going to have surprises and all sorts of things, like it might just be like show up and live, like go Lord of the Flies and see what happens. But I could also see them being like, they set up little things for you to like do things, competitions, events, like go places, all that sort of shit.
I think it'll be good.
I think it'll be good too.
How many weekends? A month?
5, I think.
5 weekends.
Was it August or September? August 5th, September 5th?
Bro, we used to do a month in Manasquan, and like every summer there was always like 1 month that had 5 weekends for just by the way the calendar.
Yeah.
Went. And like that 5th weekend was like, well, we paid for it, and we gotta go, but like, fuck, I'm done, man. I am done with that.
Yeah.
Because when you had the whole summer, it was like if you did Memorial Day to Labor Day for a beach house, you could take a weekend off. You could go down and like not drink. You could have a low key weekend, skip here and there. When you paid for a month, and it's like we gotta go every weekend, and that last one was just like,
dude, we did the full summer and we stayed there the whole time. That's by my birthday, which is mid-August, by my birthday, I would be like, I'd be like the Mista, like get me out of here. Bro, I'd be begging to go back to school.
I had a summer. We did the same thing, full summer in Manasquan, and it was like peak. It was like nowadays you can be in a relationship in Barstool and it's like pretty fine. Yeah. And even back then, if you're with the right person, it would have been fine. But like we were fighting like cats and dogs at this point. This was the summer that I poured the beer on that girl's head. You know that? No story?
No.
We were at the bar down in Manasquan, and these girls were like recognized me, and they were like, they said hi and it was fine, but that was always a problem. That was like at that point it was like not good. And then they were like dancing and like purposely like backing it up and like bumping into us and laughing and being drunk. And it was like obnoxious. And words were exchanged. And this girl, well, I don't know. It's like the Zapruder film or whatever. Like, I don't know who threw the first punch. I don't know who, like, but there were drinks exchanged on people, like throwing drinks. And a drink was thrown on the girl I was with there, and I was like, well, I just have to do this now. And I took one of those aluminum can Bud Lights, like I think they're like 18 ounces.
Yeah.
And I just went. And I
They
just
like take a
dumped
while because like
I was like, let me get every last drop out. I mean, this girl was like, I cannot believe I did not get knocked the fuck out.
How good did that feel go? No.
I know what you mean, but it was not. I was like, I don't like this. I don't want any of this to be happening. But it was one of those things where I was like, I probably will get knocked out right now, but it's better than me like not doing anything. Like I go home with this and be like, nothing happened. Like I didn't do anything, So I remember some guy did step up to me, and I was like, we were kind of jawing, and he, rightfully so, was like, what the fuck are you doing, And I was like, what are you the boyfriend? You a bouncer? And he was like, no, I'm just like a regular guy. And I was like, then get the fuck out of here. This doesn't concern you. But he was totally right to be like, what are you doing, dude? That was bad. So, there's always that kind of shit going on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I know.
There's always, Snooki getting punched in the face, and fucking juice heads. Maybe you'll find maybe you go to like DJs and find a Guido,
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the Jersey Shore, but I remember like freshman year. I think it like there was one night that like it was like that last day of school, and I just remember I was like honestly trying out like being a slut, being like not like fucking guys, but whatever. I was like, it was like
That's what being a slut is.
yeah, but like I was like,
I was trying out being a poser.
Yeah.
all
There's
the
a bunch of sluts in the bar going, this girl's phony. She doesn't even fuck you. She's
Yeah,
not a slut like us.
I was like, it was like a pool party, but I didn't bring bathing suits. All the guys were like, oh, just like you like get in your bra and underwear, and I was like, okay, whatever, and like I did it. I also was wearing like a girdle basically because I had giant pants, and
They were like, oh, no. Going in your sweatpants.
yeah. And then I remember like the guy that I was talking to at the time, he had like stopped talking to me, so I was pissed and like I was again flirting my way in just bra and underwear, like whatever, like just being an absolute train wreck. And then I like flipped him off and it was like, fuck you. Like I was just being not Jackie. And I remember just being like, I tried that out. That wasn't for me. Like there was so much cleanup I had to do for the rest of the summer.
I'm sure.
And
yeah, that's one of those things that haunts you for the next like 13 weeks.
Yeah, and I think I've been such a good girl since then. And
it's time to revert.
so now it's like I have to like be like, all right, let's get that freshman year.
Listen, as much as you'd prefer to just be like America's darling and everybody loves you, of course, right? That's like anything. Like, oh, I just wish everyone likes me and thinks I'm really funny and nice. But all of like the villains of like, or the train wrecks or whatever are like the famous people.
Yeah.
They're all the same. So even like Tom Sandoval had probably like the worst year of his life, and now he's just like on Traders and everyone's kind of like, you know what, he's not that bad.
Yeah.
Now he's like the most, I can't name anybody else from the fucking show. I know Tom Sandoval.
That's the thing that I learned about reality TV, and what's honestly so like inspiring about it is you hate everyone at some point, and then the next season you're like, they're not that bad. They could do the worst
Honestly,
shit
though,
in the
that's true.
world.
It really is true. That's like a little like microcosm for like the world. Is like, I think when you get older, you realize that like some people are gonna hate you.
Yeah.
You're gonna date some people that like you're probably the bad guy. There's some people in like that you hook up with who probably, if you were to ask them, like they think you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you have your side of the story, but whatever. And like when you're younger, or at least I was always like, I don't want to be that to anybody, any guy, girl, whatever. I don't want like any problems with anybody, but
dude,
it's like inevitable. At some point you're gonna be selfish. At some point you're gonna make a bad decision. At some point you're gonna get in your girdle and flip a guy off.
It's like what we talk about all the time here with like you when you feel like you're in the eye of the storm, I feel like it's never gonna end. It's always gonna end. I've been doing that recently where like I do something embarrassing during the day and I lay in bed and I think about it at night. And I'm always like, you're gonna forget in like 2 days.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget about this this moment that's killing me right now. Like, I'm gonna forget it ever happened very soon.
Apparently, scientifically, it only actually lasts 90 seconds, but then it's the replay. But if you just let yourself like feel the feelings for 90 seconds.
Yeah. It's like I was thinking about it with I was at an old person's birthday, and I was like, they were everyone's telling stories, and I was like, they have like 100 stories. Mm-hmm. They've been alive for 90 years, and 100 stories is a lot. Yeah. To have 100 stories at that age is so many stories, and you're like, oh, none of it matters. No, like I'm not gonna remember any of it.
Eventually, everybody just kicks the bucket.
You're just hanging out.
I saw an interview with Dick Van Dyke. You know him?
Yeah.
He's turning 100, and he was telling a story about how
he's always turning 100.
He's old as shit.
Well, so I mean, he's ancient, and that was the point of this interview. He has like a 53-year-old wife or something like that, which is like she's like an older woman, but technically it's half his age,
half your age plus 3, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's the number. But he was gonna do a movie or a Broadway show with this guy. You would recognize him. He's like this old, bald, like fat man, like a little cute fat man. You would recognize who he is, But he died at like 91. It was like Dick Van Dyke was 99 and this guy was 91, and he kicked the bucket, and it obviously killed the production. He was like, we can't do it anymore. He's dead. Yeah. And he was doing an interview about it, and him and his wife were like, this is the curse of being 100, is he's watched every single person in his life die.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was like, I'm the only one who hasn't died yet. All of his family, all of his friends, like everyone's dead. Like kids, like you could have a kid at 25, you live to 100, your kid lives to 75 and dies. That's a normal life. It's not even tragedy.
Like, he's probably like the most eligible bachelor because he's about to die. He has so much money.
Scoop in there, man.
Yeah,
maybe Dick Van Dyke will be watching Summer House and be like, hey. But we just continue the trend of from Surviving to Summer House to like I don't know whatever's next. So we're just gonna keep doing these reality TV show templates and watch who becomes a superstar.
I don't know.
I mean, my money's on you, girl.
This one being
my money's on you.
Thanks, guys. All right.
I think you're gonna be the fan favorite.
Well, I don't know.
Do you get along with do you get along with those girls?
Yeah, I think that they'll all be like. I'm excited to. hang out with them. I feel like
I think
it'd
it would be a way worse look if it was like if you were like not a girl's girl and fighting with the girls. I think would be like more dramatic than like she fucked somebody or got drunk or did something stupid. Or whatever,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I don't think that's like really my MO. Like, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy. But I don't know. Again, if you guys hate me, like if I end up being,
I can see that. I can see everyone watching the show and being like, Jackie
Fuck
sucks.
Jackie.
Like that's clearly what's gonna happen here.
Can we talk about tires now, or can we talk, like something
There's
else?
nothing to talk about. We're going to the premiere.
So have you kept it under wraps this whole time?
I haven't kept it under wraps. It's an interesting
Is that
question. 'Cause
intentional?
I've thought about it way too much. Because, like, it's a weird thing for me to announce. First of all, I don't know. Like, the scene could be cut. Yes, it would be. It's a very cool scene.
When you guys see this scene,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, this motherfucker tried to tell us it was gonna get cut.
It's a board. It's as close to a 0% chance as it can get, but there is a chance. So I'd look pretty foolish.
He's on camera with Shane and other people that if they were to cut it, it would be insane.
Yeah.
It's like wait, what was I gonna say? I forget what I was gonna say. But yeah,
it is better to tell the whole story in one shot.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. The story's not done. Either we had fun and there's a fun scene on Netflix, or it's a really funny story and it got cut. It's either a good story or a great story, and we'll find out tomorrow.
I mean, we did like some celebrating basically. Imagine it just doesn't get. I mean, that definitely happens. I'm running my mouth here, but like I'm sure there are a million people who filmed scenes in movies and TV shows and went home and told their family about it. It's like, I'm going to be a star. And they're like, it's not even in the fucking movie.
I mean, we're dealing with Mascots. We've had a few scenes. We're like, damn, we really want this in, but like it just kind of doesn't fit with the flow. That might happen.
Could happen.
I don't know.
Adrian Brody was the main lead in Apocalypse Now. Was in it for like a minute and a half, 5 minutes.
I didn't even know that.
Wait, Adrian Brody was in Apocalypse Now? Wasn't he?
Adrian Brody was like supposed to. I believe it's Apocalypse Now.
Isn't Apocalypse Now like old?
Crazy old.
Crazy old. He was like 22 at the time. He was supposed to be the lead, I believe.
Adrian Brody.
Apocalypse. Yeah. Apocalypse Now. Yeah.
He's kind of a young dude. Isn't Apocalypse Now from like the 70s?
I think so. I think it's not Adrian. I think it's not Apocalypse Now. I don't know
I
what
mean,
it is, but
But anyway, he was supposed to be the lead in something. Sat down in the theater, told everyone in his like world that he was like
supposed to be the lead.
and then he was in it for like a couple minutes.
really,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not saying shit. I mean, I've already said shit, but yes, we did a scene, and I don't know. It might be in, it might not. I would be surprised if it's not, but
Yeah, this is the thin red line.
Thin red line.
Adrian Brody was originally depicted as the lead in both the script and during production. However, in post-production, director Terrence Malick, I don't know, recut the film to focus on Jim Caviezel's character. That sucks. Holy shit. I can't even give you a heads up, dog. You let me run around to my family being like, I'm the star of this war movie, and then you're not in it? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard in my life. So John might get cut.
Yeah. Look, it didn't go smooth. I'll say that.
But I would almost hope that like even if that happened, it's like, can we get some fucking deleted scenes?
No, I actually it went
air.
smooth. Again, I'd be very surprised. But there was a funny moment during the scene where I was very much I was trying to be. I mean, I can't really say how to explain it. Like I've seen it depicted in movies. I've never obviously lived it, but like. At one point, I'm obviously the least important person in this scene. And at one point, McKeever had come out to kind of talk about direction, stuff like that. And I was just like, hey, McKeever, just wanted to check in on, like, am I doing... And he just goes, you're doing great. And he hit it with...
Shut the fuck up. You're
like,
doing great, sweetie.
I was like, I'm not sure if I'm nailing that. You're doing great.
Hey, your role is to stand there, and you're standing really good, dude. You're on 2 feet there, dude. You're really.
He's like, yeah, I think it was easy. You're doing. I don't even want to touch anything.
You want to give you direction because I don't want to get you in your head. You're doing great.
Could not matter less, bro. And he was so nice about it, but it was like I got the message.
And that's kind of a scene in Mascots is when like I don't want to give it away, but like the audition. Well, no, I guess not really, but it's kind of like I was actually thinking about doing it like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter, dude.
Dude, literally the line was like, I was going, okay.
Did I hit the I was thinking about going, or should I go like,
Dude, just shut the
doesn't
fuck
matter.
up and do it, dude.
This is gonna get cut. Don't worry. But the teaser for Les Mascots is out, and I believe it's very well received from what I've seen.
How could it not be? I think
is,
Pav's fucking
It's a little cinematic masterpiece. It's fun watching, like, you just don't see, like, the first time skits from Out of Order were, like, really well shot. It's like, oh, this is like a movie. And now it's like, oh, that's like what a teaser looks like. And then there'll be a trailer next. And you guys are just like following the formula that you usually see for like Marvel and shit like that. And it's like,
shout out Lights Camera Barstool, by the way. Tweeted it like it was just
like a movie.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, it is. I mean, it is. Like, I don't know. Again, so many of the things we do like kind of get like downplayed. But like, I think if it was a different people in a different time or place or whatever, like, it would be a much bigger deal. It'd be like Barstool Sports has an official like scripted comedy TV series.
I think it'll be cool. We'll have like I think look, I have no idea what to say. I think it'll be good.
He's the worst promoter ever. Yeah. I might get covered in the show. My TV show might stay.
They're realistic possibilities. I think I have a lot of hopes for lay mascots. I have a lot of fears for lay mascots. Pavs and I discussed them in the car last night.
But I think just about how it would be received, or like
oh, look, there's A, it might stink. B, it might not even get out. Who knows? Like, who knows? Like, anything could happen.
Yeah.
It's not done yet. It's not out, so anything could happen. But the realistic thing is that my realistic hope is that people watch it and go, that's pretty good. If they work harder, they can get better.
Yeah, which is probably
what'll happen.
I mean, that's a reasonable thing for everybody who's like a first time actor, first time TV creator.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, listen, if it's a smash, you guys are like savants, and you'll probably be like picked up by fucking Netflix or something. Like,
right.
You know?
And that's probably I have dreams of that. It's
probably about
not
the same,
realistic
the same
answer,
percentage chance that your tire scene is cut.
Yeah,
but it could happen. Could happen. I mean, I remember Bert when his movie was coming out was like, there's a part of me that's like, what if this is like a Marvel weekend? What if it opens up to like $150 million? And it wasn't, but he enjoyed himself pretending that it might be. So why don't we just say like maybe this will be the next great comedy? I don't know.
Maybe
everyone
hate
Tires was nothing until it was a something.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. Like,
it's been
think about Tires. The fact that it was shot and done and like aired how many years ago, right? And then something popped off and it resurfaced and they did it again.
Yeah.
That could happen for all you know. Maybe like Mascots season 1's going to be a hit in like 2032.
Yeah, no, that could. It might not come out in the fall. Who knows? Like, it's fun. It sounds so lame to say, but like it's just really fun. Mm-hmm. So it's made for other people like it, and hopefully other people like it. But like it kind of doesn't change if it was fun.
Yeah,
like it'll make it more fun, or make
it. It is funny, just for the record.
No, it is. I mean, it is. It's just like some of the funniest people at one of the funniest companies in the entertainment world right now. It's gonna be funny.
It's also like I feel like it's a good example of like you gotta look the part to be the part, or you gotta act the part, look the part to like be the part. Like I feel like people are gonna have a hard time because it looks like a full Netflix.
Well, that's where I really give all these guys credit. Is like
they
they did it. I mean, I've watched them do table reads and write scripts that look like dialogue on a screenplay, and like they followed the script of creating.
Like you guys didn't half-ass anything.
Well, it's not you guys. It's Pavs and Owen are like Pavs and Owen. Look, we all grabbed a shovel and we tried. Without Pavs and Owen, it doesn't happen. Yeah. Like they are the script, the shooting.
But I mean,
like, and James Crowley. So if I had to list it, Pavs and Owen, a little below them, James. The rest of us tried to help.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't even know if you guys read them or not. But I saw like the Big Lebowski script on the table and those books about the elephant in the room or whatever it's called. It's like how to write scripts. Like all that.
We tried to figure.
You tried. I
don't know if we did,
and
but
there's a lot of people who don't try and are too afraid to try, or it's lame to try, or it's. I mean, the fact that you had to put out a disclaimer like this is so lame, but it was fun. It's probably a testament to like where we've been for the last 15 years. It's not lame to be like the thing I did was fun. But I get what you mean. But it's like it was like.
I mean, not Sass. Rowan was saying this morning at Rowan.com. I was happy to hear him say it because he was like Sass is like enjoys it, and I was like I didn't know if Sass like.
I don't know if Sass likes anything.
Yeah, and he genuinely enjoys it. And I was like, that's the best sign I can see. Who knows if it's good?
Also,
we're having fun.
You could have put a gun to my head and said, "What is Sass's last name?" And I would have had no fucking clue until that trailer aired. I was like, "How do you say that?"
Also, Pavs has been going into like the deepest when he edits, he goes into like a hole.
Yeah.
And like he has been for the past like whatever. Like if I say his name, he goes, "What?" Like, it's so funny. But he's been slaving. And like the trailer was insane.
Yeah, the trailer was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that everybody really should support from like the Barstool world, just with all the different people involved. If you like this office, you like that office, you like old school, new school, scripted, but like kind of unscripted, you know, all of it. It all comes together. Like you really should like it and at the very least support it if you're in the Barstool world. So it comes out August or September? I thought we said September 2nd, but then the trailer said August.
Yeah, we moved it up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Football. Trying to
football.
Trying to stay on the other side of football. Then they just announced the summer house that's going to control the Barstool world during that time. But
Jackie's going to go to the here's what we're going to do. Jackie's going to go to the summer house, and she's just going to sit in front of the television and watch Les Mascots and drink midnight beans.
Yeah.
That's all that bitch is allowed to do. You're not going out. You're not fucking anybody. You're just watching Les Mascots and drinking midnight beans.
We'll give you some Arabian music as a treat. When you get a little sick of Mascots, you can pop on some Arabian music, and that's it.
Maybe Tommy and I will fall in love at that
There you
point.
go.
And then
Honestly,
promote
that, you know,
together.
stroke Tommy's ego, and he'll be like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
You're so funny in Les Mascots. You're the star, Tommy.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, I said that
You
on
gu- you
Rome.com
guys-
too. He's going to be
You
so
guys
good.
should actually stir up some drama. We should.
You guys
Let's
should
say right now. I heard on the set of Les Mascots there was like a lot of tension. I heard there was
really?
borderline beef.
I heard that Tommy and Feits fucked. It was
Who's
like a
gonna
Glenn
fuck
Powell-
Tommy in the summer house? John.
I'll say this: we kissed multiple times. I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
did.
any of it's in the show.
Yeah, no,
We have a lot of intimate, close-up talks, and you always just want to boop them after the after.
You just can't keep your hands off.
Yeah.
I see like Feits like scurrying out. Like, one
I would definitely be holding my
Yeah.
breath.
my breast.
You refer to your breasts a lot.
I got breasts, dude. You want me to say I got breasts and a big nose, fat hands. I refer to all that stuff a lot.
On the trip down here, me and John almost sat next to each other, basically sat next to each other, sitting across the aisle. First trip we took was the first time we ever sat together on a plane, which is still one of my favorite stats ever. It's just so crazy.
insane.
And so this time we were across the aisle, and John, you got to be the weirdest cat in the world, bro.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I got a story. There's reasonable.
Let me guess your story. You got really high.
No. I actually wasn't high yet.
Oh.
I didn't get high. I ate a gummy on the plane.
You just sat there. I thought it was paused for so long right there. It was not paused because you just sat there
this isn't
completely
what I
stuck.
thought this was.
Bro, you sit just like this. This video goes for like 7 minutes. You're just
No, I wasn't high yet. I
just
was just
straight
chilling.
up raw dog.
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
Why is it weird?
No,
So,
bro, this video is playing right now. You're not. This is not. Everyone else is moving. You're just.
dude, okay, I can explain this too. I thought we were gonna see your angle.
That was.
Look at you, dude. It's still going. Look at the bar. Look how much longer we have to go.
Guy just chilling, dude.
You were just chilling. And this was
Excuse
after-
a boy for doing what's
we were just talking about what movie to put on, and like, I was
You guys were watching a movie together?
no. Well, I thought about it. So I was like, oh, I'm thinking about watching this. I said, John, give me a recommendation. He threw out a couple things, and then he was like, I'm gonna watch Minority Report. And I think the last time we were on a plane, I think we did this. I think we like started a movie relatively at the same time.
Actually, you know what? We have sat next to each other before because we watched Fast and Furious on the way home from
That's
Amsterdam.
what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys, that's so cute.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
Tommy and you would run for your money.
But I remember being like, this is cute. This is fun. I was like, I'm gonna watch a movie with my buddy.
And you liked it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Everyone who's seen it
So
likes
I
it.
kind of had shades of that in my head, and I was like, all right, he's gonna watch Minority Report, and then I was like, boop, 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 boop. And I was like,
Oh,
I don't know.
Well,
No, it was not like an official like let's watch the movie, and then I was like, what the fuck? But I was just like, I mean, we're taxiing for like 30 minutes, and the movies were available, and I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna start my show. And I ended up watching something different, but then I just kept looking over, and he was like Terry Schiavo with the balloon. I don't know if you guys know the reference, but this quadriplegic woman was just looking at a balloon. and then you would kind of like snap out of it and move your head over here, and then.
That is.
And then at one point you grab your phone, and I was like, all right, he's about to finally do something. I don't know what. But then I had heard there was edibles involved, and I was like, oh, maybe he's just like super stoned, but I don't think he was.
No,
Like,
I didn't eat the edibles until like halfway through the flight. Okay, so I can explain this a little bit. First of all, I thought you would say, so I recommended you Edge of Tomorrow, and you were like, I'm going to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
But in my recommendation, I had said I just watched it. So I didn't think that you were like,
But
I
you
didn't
had mentioned, in my head, I said, well, if I'm going to watch like a Tom Cruise action movie, I might as well watch the one he's going to watch. And,
Oh, I thought you were saying like we're both doing Tom Cruise action, and I was like, word.
Yeah.
And then I don't like starting my movie until we are
in the
cruising
air.
altitude.
I thought that might be what was going on.
It was because they come around, and they interrupt you too much.
I thought
Not interrupt you, but they're asking you if you need stuff, and like, they're being very nice.
announcements.
Well, I thought it wasn't even available yet. Sometimes like you can't even get on the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, when you're taxiing. So and you weren't watching. I was like, oh, it just must not be available. And then the other people started watching. And I was like, oh no, it is. And he's just.
Sometimes I'll put on a show for like taxi and takeoff, and I just
My man has his rules.
Yeah.
Entertainment, you know.
Like I don't like to lock in until I know I got a little time and like no one's gonna.
By the way, at the end of the flight, did they announce that we were just landing and to put everything up right, or that we were going through turbulence?
they were. There was some. It was like not a special landing, but they were like, "There's a little turbulence, so we're gonna take it down pretty quick."
Yeah, they made a.
Yeah.
I kind of got nervous, but then nothing really happened.
He definitely like.
There was a little like whoop in my
he
stomach.
went
but
for it at one point. Like,
Yeah.
So I remember there was like a minute where I was like, "Oh shit, we're
Dude,
going."
there was
going
one
down.
point where I was thinking, I was like, "Phew, a free fall must be terrifying."
Yeah, because
sucks.
I'm sure we went like this.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
And we were like, whoa, if you go down, it must be insane.
It was fun for the first 10 seconds, and then I was like, "All right,
That's
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Level out here. I mean, they were like, we're no longer serving food. Like, put your shit up, put your belt on. I was like, oh, fuck.
yeah."
But then, so after you took that video, Jackie and Pavs came on the plane, and they took video, and I acted very weird in that too.
Just shriveled within himself.
Like-
Well, Jackie just walked. We were sitting down. We boarded first. And Jackie was walking through and just took her camera out and was like, do content, guys, do content.
And like you were loud, and not that you should have been quiet, but like it was. So before you guys had boarded, it was quiet, it was chill, whatever. But while the woman was walking up and down the aisles taking drink orders, the woman sitting next to me, those two had a fairly tense exchange. It was actually a crazy response from the flight attendant. So the woman was ordering her drink, and the flight attendant was like, she goes, "Do you have any tequila?" And the flight attendant said, "Yeah." And she said, "What kind of tequila do you have?" And the flight attendant went, "I don't know, something Spanish." And I was like, I think me and the woman were like, well, that doesn't fucking help a lot. You know? Like it's not, it's tequila.
Yeah.
We assumed it was Spanish.
Yeah.
And then they kind of just, again, it wasn't like, there
It's
wasn't
on
a
a
fight
plane.
or anything like that, but it was just like, it got tense. And then she started typing hard on her laptop, and I was like, oh, she's pissed. And so I was sitting there going, oh, she is pissed. And then I had a pink phone in my face going, make content, make content. And I was like, oh, my God, get me the fuck out of here right now.
John
makes sense.
turned like red like that tomato that looks like you, bro.
It was literally moments before you guys got on, and it was just like I was literally in the middle of it, and it was just like, oh, this is awkward. This is not going well right now for either of them.
We really are the worst at that stuff, though. You would think by now it would be like second nature to be like, yo, we're going to Austin, tires, blah, blah, blah. Here's your intro, we're on the plane. And instead it was like, I don't know what to do with my camera.
The vlogs are gonna be like, yeah.
We are the worst.
I feel like
It's
I should be
also
doing
fairly-
more.
Also, you're bad at it, too.
It was quite a surprise.
I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at it.
Like if you had a question or something or said like, hey, guys, where are we going? Instead you just went,
It wasn't my best. But like, also, it's kind of like, I don't know, guys. That's your job. It's my job.
It's your job, too.
No, you're right. You did your job. I failed.
Yeah.
I think we all failed.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's
I mean,
a vlog.
I mean, Pav said, I'll do that. I'll take care of it next time.
I think that tonight we should all do we all film like a get ready with me type thing, and we all put it in the vlog.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, what an enthusiastic response. This vlog is gonna rock.
We're not the best vloggers.
I say we
I
do
know,
a vlog like
I
once
know.
every 3 years. It's not like we're used to it.
Guys, like with I tried my vlogs, but like I just
Yeah,
realized
what happened to those?
because I have so much fun, just like, and then I think, fuck, I should have
It
filmed
is
that.
hard,
And
it
then
is
but
hard,
like,
yeah.
the second I take out a camera, it kills the vibe.
I know. That's why I really do give it to. I know so many people like knock vlogs and YouTubers, and it's kind of like a cliche, but like it's its own art form to be able to just ratchet it up, do it in a somewhat natural way, entertaining way, and like not care about who's around, not care about. I remember watching Jake Paul early on. Well, relatively early on. He came to the Barstool office, the first Barstool office, and This was like when Team Portnoy and all that was like popping off with Jake. And he was being very normal. He was kind of just like looking around the office, and he was talking to Dave about merch and business. And then he would just like turn to his cameraman and be like, "Okay, go." And he'd be like, "Blah, blah, blah," and he would just like launch into Jake Paul, and then he would stop, he would cut, and he would turn and just be like totally normal again. And I was like, that's really what it takes, and that's an art in itself. It's not exactly the most glamorous thing that people give credit to, but it is an art.
With Mascots, when we've done that, like I have no problem being in a Cookie Monster costume and screaming in the middle of Times Square. Like that doesn't matter to me at all.
Because you're a character.
But even if my head's off, like
but I'm saying like when it's like be cool or funny in real life, it's like I don't think I am. But if it's like be this silly Cookie Monster character, it's like I can cook something up. I'm supposed to be like you're supposed to laugh at me. You're supposed to be dumb. If it's just like because you know what it really vlogging is like be cool. Yeah. Like let's make a cool video. Like show us something cool. It's like I'm not good at that.
Like the idea of like 3 cameras and like very much in public doesn't matter. But if I wanted to do like I couldn't do a selfie camera like sitting like I'd be like no, because like I don't know, I think it means like trying to meet like they're my thoughts and opinions and who cares,
and like everybody else should like stop or like whatever, like you guys don't matter.
Something important to say to everybody, like,
but that's why I mean there is a bit of like inherent obnoxiousness to it, but it's also like when you're like a content beast, like none of that shit bothers you, or you're willing to just be bothered and don't fucking care, and like so the people who do that are the ones who are the most famous, the most successful, because the people do want to see it. Maybe that the people in the moment in the restaurant with you or walking on the street with you, they might roll their eyes, but the rest of the world is like, I want to see it. So.
But I think that's my like I don't know, because I guess I don't care about fucking up that person's day in Mascots. Like for some reason I'm like I don't want to be like rude.
I really think there's something about like disappearing into a character or something.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm method. I'm method.
But people see
breaking news: Mascot was filmed method. Tommy's been gay his whole life.
Gay?
No, he's not gay. He's Tommy though. He's kind of not sure.
Also, to be fair, like that, I wasn't gonna interview you guys on the plane there. That's more just like one shot, just to be like, oh, like look at us, we're getting on the plane. Like there's music in the background. Like I just needed a quick little shot. And then I felt like being annoying about it. So like that was that. But like we'll
there you go.
We'll get more coverage later.
First ad. Will. Nah, we're gonna do that again.
First ad. What? Act like you've done this before.
Make content. Act like you've done this. All right, we are down in Austin for the Tires premiere, and look at that. Tires also purchased an ad with us. So, Will, am I doing this wrong again? I don't know why I'm stressing out. It's a new location. I'm not used to it. Yeah, kind of.
This is all making the. Yeah. All right, KFC Radio is down in Austin for the Season 2 Netflix premiere of the show Tires. Feitelberg may or may not be in it. We'll talk about it in the episode. It may get cut. He may be the star. Who knows?
That also I want to say. That ad, that was me like loosening up the top of the script.
Oh yeah, it came in. I did all the work. Yep.
Like
you gave me the script at the top.
I was there grinding.
But whether or not Feits makes the cut, we don't know. But your favorite comic, Shane Gillis, is going to be in there. Gerby's going to be in there. I'm sure Tommy and O'Connor and all the guys, Schultz, are all going to be making appearances. It's one of the funniest shows on Netflix. So, Gerby is the nervous and unqualified heir to the auto repair chain. He attempts to turn his father's business around despite constant torture from his cousin and now employee Shane Gillis. And after the unexpected success of their big marketing idea, Will and Shane now rush to grow personally and professionally without realizing the full cost of doing business. My God, that's like a real plot. My boys are really making this show. So watch Season 2 of Tires, now playing on Netflix. Keep a lookout for our boy. Maybe you see him.
Maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't. But maybe you do.
It could be. If I'm in it, it's a cool scene. If I'm not,
it still was.
It was a cool scene that I fucked up.
Season 2 of Tires out on Netflix now.
I got a quick funny story I told you yesterday. I'm wearing what I'm always wearing, my brick watch.
Bricked up.
And I really don't. I just like I think it's a nice watch. I think it's cool. I like it. But I walked into a weed store the other day, and you have to give your ID. So I handed the guy my ID, and he was like, shit, man, that's a nice watch right there. Well, what kind of watch is that? I said, it's a brick watch. And there was a pregnant pause, and he went, well, it looks nice.
Bro, Brick Watch is one of my favorite Barstool sub stories ever. It's just so absurd that it happened.
What really happened to it? Like,
Dave wanted to get into the luxury watch game and just like didn't realize how like serious people are, and they like analyze the insides of it and where it came from and what the price point is and all these things. So like diehard watch aficionados were like, they didn't like what it was priced at. They didn't like what it looked like, and they were like, everyone was kind of like, don't buy these. And Dave was like, fuck. I invested a lot of money in this.
Arguably the biggest heat check of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I think Dave had just gotten, all his pen stuff invested.
I don't blame him for just being like, everything I do works.
And
so
he's
like, fuck it.
Like,
you know?
I'll just throw a couple mil at this fucking watch company. 12 hours in, it's dead. Like, that was the ultimate DOA. Like, that was the watch community didn't even let it get ahead of steam.
No,
it was again, I like it.
Pretty quick.
It's nice, but and I also think it's probably a better story. That's why I like it more, because of that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, if it was just like, this is a nice like luxury watch.
Yeah,
like,
it's funny that it was a luxury watch that our boss so graciously gave us, and then it quickly became clear that it was just no one's buying them. That's why I'm giving them to you.
remember when people took like 2 or 3 at the time?
People were like, loading up on
Yeah.
this Black Friday. I was like, you guys are scumbags. Jesus Christ.
Wait, so he said, well, it looks nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It looks nice.
got no name value, but you know.
Do a lot of people know the brand Brick Watch? Like, I'm not.
I don't.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And I think if they do, it's like notorious.
Yeah, like my dad likes Dave. He actually just asked me like 2 weeks ago, what watch is that? It's like, brick. What's brick? You don't even know. Like,
I think it's also, I think somebody who does know the watch world told him that like this is nice and the materials are quality and like all that shit, and he, said okay. And I think like at least according to some watch experts, they were like, no, it's not, and it's like
he
that's,
refutes that. He was like,
Yeah,
he's like,
he
no,
says-
he's like, I get it if you don't like the watch. He's like, but it is,
but
the
it's
pieces
also,
are nice.
I think that's one of those things where it's like if you really were like in the world of of watches, you would know whether like how it's gonna be received.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing I think with like sometimes sneakers drop and it's like, yeah, no, this is like the new Jordan, and it's like sometimes they make them with like real leather and sometimes they make them with like the shitty plasticky stuff, and like, if you know the little ins and outs of it, you can know how something might be received, but you have to be like really in it,
Yeah.
I never thought of it as like he's a watch guy.
No,
I mean, he's a rich guy, so he has watches.
Yeah,
and stuff, but he's
but
like
even then, like he wasn't. I mean, he says it. He said it when it came out. He's like, I'm not a watch guy. Really.
just not the best. It's like,
Watch Mascots. Not really a fan of comedy.
Yeah, right.
Give it a try.
Well, it would be like if you owned like a comedy brand and said you don't like stand-up comedy. But it's just how Dave does things. What else do we got?
What was the deal with Kirk and Dave? What's that all about?
I believe that was over anti-Semitism stuff.
Who's for it and who's against it?
I don't know for
Which
sure.
one is proudly taking the pro-anti-Semitism?
You're talking about the clip of him being like, "You're my bitch." You
I
work for
actually
me?
didn't. Yeah. I just read it.
I
Yes.
think that was about just like Dave's involvement in like the Jewish anti-Semitism. I know that Dave called Kirk an anti-Semite not too long ago, and I don't know
Kirk doesn't take kindly to that.
I don't. Yeah, and I think he
I
was
remember
kinda
all the
like,
way back in the
"That's not-"
EEI days. Kirk does not take kindly to that.
Yeah, and I think he was kind of like, fuck off, and then Dave was like, "You work for me, bitch."
Yeah.
I got tense. It's also coming on the heels of all the golf stuff,
Yeah,
It's all, right now there's like a lot of different drama storylines in Barstool that are all like bleeding together, and it's like man, I for those who don't know, like the origin stories of Barstool, like every year for the first like 5 to 10 years, every summer there would be the Dave Portnoy explosion, usually right before he went to Nantucket. And in hindsight, I feel like he did it like, I got to go away for a month. Let me like crack the whip, scare everybody into shape, and then disappear for like my vacation. So maybe it was like intentional. Maybe it was just coincidence every time. But it was like the weekend before 4th of July or the weekend before he leaves, everything would explode. Grudgment Day was one of those. Like it just always powder keg where somebody finally said the wrong thing, did the wrong thing, fucked up, and he snapped. And I feel like this summer we are cruising for a catastrophic Oppenheimer moment, bro. But right now, so Kirk was not invited to the Foreplay Golf Invitational.
Internet Invitational.
And then when he found out that PFT that was like the last straw for him. And I will say, from my vantage point of watching everything, it sounds like those guys should have just been like, "You're fucking crazy, and we don't want that," and just stuck to that. Because it turned into, well, you're not a golf creator, and then PFT came, and like all these little things that they kind of said. Well, I didn't make the decision; they did. You're not invited because you're not a golf guy. You're not, and then all of those things were disproven. You know. And then that's when Kirk, goes crazy, where it's like he's being lied to, and they're changing the rules, and they're changing the stories. So I think if they had just said, "You're fucking crazy," we're inviting like our other friends. This is like when you invite your friends together. It's like, "Oh, I can't have those friends hang out with those friends. I like both you guys, but you're never gonna survive together."
I also think the Kirk crazy is overstated. I think
he's not as crazy as
he pops like once.
Don't get me wrong. I think Kirk should be in this. I think that the golf influencer world, like if they are genuinely like afraid of this or don't want this, like that's like grow up.
Yeah.
So what? Some guy's gonna be on the course going crazy. Beat him. I don't know. You guys are supposed to be like scratch golfers.
They
like,
haven't
just beat him.
That's
done
what
with
sports are. Beat the annoying guy.
I was gonna say I felt like if I was a golfer, I would be like, this is my time.
Right.
I'm gonna be the hero. I don't even know this guy, but it seems like everybody hates him and they want him to lose, and he freaks out every time he loses, and I'm gonna embarrass him and beat him. And I think Kirk would respect that guy.
Yeah, right.
Like I'd be like, oh, let me be the guy who slays this like dragon that nobody can deal with, and I'm the fucking hero. And instead, like everybody to a man seems to be like, I don't want him. Now the flip side,
people act like Kirk gets wheeled out like fucking Hannibal. Like, he's a normal guy who sometimes pops off a little bit.
Now
like, he's a pretty regular.
I think we're a bit skewed though. I think like if you told me that like I'm gonna go on this show, let's say you're like one of these internet people, these golf influencers who just comes from the world of like, I just like putt on camera and people like me,
Yeah.
And then I go home to like my wife and kids and like, I have like brand safe deals and all that shit. You just live this like cookie cutter vanilla internet life. And you find out like you might be on camera with this guy who's like wishing that your daughter dies. You might just be like, I don't want to do that. Like if somebody just said to a random guy, would you like this or not like this? I think I could see a lot of people being like, I choose no.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that. But again, it's like you're on the internet. I get that golf is this kind of little sanitary like YouTube world where it's like we just like play golf and we root for everybody and we like,
Yeah.
But the rest of the internet's not like that. And if you're on the internet, you know how it can be. And it's like get one villain in the mix, get one fireworks in the mix.
Yeah.
Like
Kirk would make it in. It's not my show.
And I think he's good enough.
I was going to say that was the other thing I was thinking. Like, it's not like he's going to win.
Right.
Like some of these guys, Kirk's a very good golfer, but some of these guys are like unbelievable golfers,
I
right?
would think, yeah. But then, so they invited PFT. And PFT, it was kind of characterized as like he was like a last minute invite. But then Dave was like, no, he was on the list like the whole time. It just got announced late. I don't know. I think it was just enough. But then so Kirk is pulling out of the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
And I think he's not doing the dozen. And I think Dave's mad at that. So it was like this anti-Semite thing with him refusing to do work and the golf thing. And
Kirk is like the
Kirk is so necessary.
He's like Barstool's union.
Yeah,
because he's like, I don't care about this.
Yeah,
like we all need jobs. Kirk's like,
that was also part of that.
I'll do what I want to do when I want to do.
That was part of that fight. Was he was kind of like, I don't know, I'm not gonna do this stuff. Like I quit, and Dave was like, fine, quit. Like So it's kind of like this unstoppable force, immovable object. But you kind of need him to be like.
Kirk is the superhero in the Barstool content universe. Like fuck yeah, dude. We're like Ant-Man, but it's like fucking when Superman's here. Just fucking wait till Superman gets here. He's not gonna like this at all.
That's like my dad's gonna be so mad, bro. Just wait till my parents get here, man.
He's gonna be very upset about how you've been treating me.
It's interesting in that. Kirk is a little bit of Dave's kryptonite, and Dave is a little bit of Kirk's kryptonite.
Yeah.
Because Dave, like, usually can kind of crack the whip, and people will fall in line, and Kirk's like, I don't know, whatever. Like, then I quit, or you fire me, like, whatever.
And we're like, wait, you can say that to Dave?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but then the flip side, Dave was like, you're my bitch, and you work for me, and Kirk was kind of like, okay, all right, whatever, like, fine, just keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody else, he'd be like, I'm going to fucking eat eat your mother's heart.
Yeah.
So it's it is a good, like, keeps it in balance. And then there's, like, Whitney on the side just being like, I don't know, guys. Like, just poking both of them. Just stirring the pot. So, yeah, that, I don't know, like, both those guys were like, he wants to do these things, and he's just punishing himself. And I was like, as much as he might want to do those, I think he gets more satisfaction out of, like, fucking shit.
He wants to make a point more.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he's like the king of point making.
Yeah.
Like if you could tell him, like, you're gonna win the Invitational, or you're going to, like, wreak havoc on the Invitational and be the thorn in their side and be the storyline and ruin it or something, I'll take that.
I'll make a point.
Yeah, totally. Just the sickest way to live. But
this is a question about golf. So, like, I feel like in the girl world, like, who watch YouTubers, like, there's the YouTubers that you watch for, like, entertainment. Like, they go out, they party, they have, like, fun. And then there's just, like, comfort creators that you just watch, like, to have on in the background. Is golf, like, the comfort like? Yes. That is. It's
I
like
can
a
see that
guy's
for
comfort
sure.
creator.
Yeah.
Right.
I live with golf pros. That's what they do.
Really?
I like watching, like, the trends of the world struggle and get better. I have no interest in watching someone who's, like, a low handicap be good. Is that, or do people like watching that? They like watching that? Yeah, like I can't imagine.
It's very much like what Jackie just said, like how girls just throw on like a girl's vlog in the background for like just like white noise. Like guys would just like the sound of.
But, like, I'll watch Riggs do that grudge match is awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch Riggs just, like, shoot 82 or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're different.
But I
I
guess
guess
if you
people are
love
watching
sport, you
that
do.
for like to laugh and like this
Yeah.
is like gonna be.
And
I
I guess, like, I watch, like, basketball, like that dude. What's his name? I think it's an Ant One promo. Like, he just, like, makes edits of him, like, crossing dudes up. And fucking with them. So, like,
that's kind
I
of like
guess
that
that's
for
the
like golf
equivalent.
bros. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think they are like this little internet bubble of, like,
It's massive.
we just, like, watch people play, and we like our game the way we like it. We like everybody, and it's, like, not the way at all.
No, they're two different worlds.
So I had texted Kirk after the PFT thing happened. And I don't know if he actually believed this or not, because I pulled the plug on it pretty quickly, because I was like, I just don't want to deal with Kirk too much. But I wrote to him, I was like, I just want to get ahead of this, because I know you're going to go ballistic, and I'm on your side. But they invited me because they want to do, like, a non-golfer amateur thing, like just making up some scenario. And he wrote, like, congrats. And I don't know if he just was, like, never believed it for a second.
Did they actually?
No. I just wanted to, like, see what, I was like, don't go crazy. I wanted him to be like, and fucking KFC got on my head. So I don't know if he believed it or not, but because he just wrote back something like, okay, great, like, congrats. But
Are you playing in the basketball, Minahan, NYC? Basketball
I
game?
did not know. No, I didn't know that was happening.
I don't even like. I haven't even heard about. Like.
I was telling them, John. I texted Kirk and I said, I just want to get ahead of this now so you don't go ballistic. But Frankie called me today, and they invited me to the Invitational. I was like, apparently they want to do some sort of non-golfers amateur part of it. And he wrote back, that makes sense, congrats. And I wonder if he's on the other side, just like, what the fuck is going on here? Or if he knew, sniffed it. Right away, I was like, I'm just fucking around, because I was like, I don't want to even, I don't want to poke this bear too much. But imagine if it was just like, yeah, look at this guy, like, can't swing. We're going to see, like, which of these bums can drive it the furthest or something like that.
He scares me. If you
Kirk.
ever bring up Kirk, I will not like.
See,
I've
Kirk-
been mute for the past like.
That's what I mean, though. Like, people like Kirk's just a normal, funny guy. He's like, Kirk's a nice guy. He obviously gets angry, but the way people talk about him is like, it's like Kirk's just a normal dude.
But it's him and his whole fan base. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
little
want
tough.
that smoke.
Yeah.
If I could live without that smoke, I'm gonna live without that smoke. I don't want that smoke.
But he also, if you ever get caught in the Minahan smoke, the best way is to, like, give it back to him a little bit, and then they kind of like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I.
It's
if
probably
I have that, like,
it's
bite
best to
me,
just
but
not do it. You know?
What if I was? Yeah.
What if you're like what?
Yeah.
Say it. They asked you to come play for the New York basketball team.
I think I'm away. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it
I
out.
mean-
Also, I don't know if I want that smoke.
I thought you were a competitor, bro.
I am a.
Yo.
That's the problem.
No.
I think like I get into a fight every single game I play.
Let's go. See,
So, like,
I
but,
think
like,
Kirk
the-
would like that. I think this
Yeah,
is
you
good
think-
good for content.
I don't
I
know.
mean, you'll be a hero to a bunch of Kirk haters if you fuck up Kirk.
Yeah, that is true.
They'll be
I'm
like-
already like petrified of Kirk. I mean, like last time I wanted like that beef with him.
I mean,
on
I
the
get
court.
why it is, but you
Yeah.
know, I've always found it's like if you're just like normal to even me and him have had like our spats, and you just kind of it's a lot of sour cream, right? I asked just for a side of sour cream. They give a tub of sour cream.
Oh, is this your room?
No, but I just
my
brought
room.
the food up here.
So what you say your sour cream?
I was gonna say, I mean, I'll use all of it, but
It's like an ice cream.
yeah, it looks like an ice cream. Yeah.
Speaking of that, you got a little ice cream in the bathroom?
Do I have ice cream in the bathroom? No.
I thought it looked like a McFlurry in there.
Oh, that would be a yogurt.
You're healthy these days.
Healthy these
You're
days.
healthy these days.
I still eat a shit ton of ice cream, but that's about it.
I had some ice cream the other day, and I was like, it was almost like I fell off the wagon.
Yeah.
It's like,
Lord,
this away.
forgive me. It's time to go back to the old me.
It was good though, because I had it, and I wasn't like, my God. I was kind of like, all right, that's fine. That's the real test. Of
Wait,
it.
you're like,
It can be in front of me and
All
not.
right, I'm not an addict.
Yeah. I was
I
like,
just really, really like it.
That's I didn't realize that on Ozempic, bad food actually tastes bad because it quiets a part in your brain that gets like addicted to like
the sugar or something?
the whatever chemicals. And so without that chemical, it doesn't actually taste that good. So food tastes different.
That's what I've heard with Ozempic. That like, yes, it's good that it's
You would
making everyone
know.
healthier and skinnier and stuff like that. But like, its real applications are like it can cure addiction.
Yeah.
Really?
Again, that
Yeah.
I've heard that. I wasn't. in
I
the
can't
lab.
believe that we just haven't figured out as a society how to make things tasty without like. I mean, I guess I'm always pretty surprised that like Coke Zero and Diet Coke
Yeah.
is 0 calories.
Yeah.
And it tastes like a lot of people like that. You know, that's like why can't we do that for all food? Why can't there be like broccoli that tastes like fucking ice cream?
I know, but apparently like it gives you cancer. Like
All gonna
Yeah,
get
I know,
cancer. You know that moment at night when you're looking up, turning off the lights, and you just want to feel completely safe before heading to bed? I feel like that's ordinarily like a chick thing. Like, did I turn off the oven? Did I turn off my hair straightener? Did we lock the garage?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I usually don't have those moments. I'm just like, I don't know.
Whatever's gonna happen is gonna
Yes,
happen.
Maybe something's gonna break in. But if you do want that peace of mind, the best way to get it is through Simpli Safe. Simpli Safe can give you that peace of mind with their entire system of inside and outside cameras and safety in one of the best and award-winning security services out there. It's honestly changed how I thought about home security. Once I got a house and realized that I do need to keep my people and my belongings safe, Simpli Safe was an absolute no-brainer. So most security systems only take action after someone breaks in. That's too late. The damage is done. Simpli Safe's new Active Guard outdoor protection helps stop break-ins before they happen. AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents detect suspicious activities around your property so that you can see somebody trying to break in, walking around your yard, trying to get in the windows, all of that before they actually make it into your house, and so they can alert the authorities before somebody gets in there. So if someone's lurking, you talk to the agents in real time. They turn on the spotlights outside. They can call the police, proactively deterring the crime before any of it ever happens. No contracts, no hidden fees, and like I said, it's the best home security system of 2025, ranked by CNET. Visit simplisafe.com/KFC Radio to get 50% off a new system with professional monitoring plans, and you get your first month for free. That's Simpli Safe with an I, SIMPLI, safe.com/KFC Radio. Get 50% off and your first month for free. There's no safe like Simpli Safe. Orders over $65. That's reef.com/Barstool for 15% off your first order over $49. Tom Thibodeau got fired. Dave's on his crusade. I had the argument on the rundown. I checked with Feitelberg on the plane yesterday. I was like, this is weird, right? Dave's trying to just say that, like, this is just normal Dave behavior to, like,
Is he
care this
being
much.
sarcastic when he says that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because if he, I could see, because
No, 'cause
he definitely doesn't do it a lot.
He was like, you guys brought this upon yourself. He did say, he's like, you guys just beat us. I understand that. But, like, if the Bucks just beat the Celtics, I don't think he's doing, like, Bucks shirts and Bucks rants and Bucks, State of the Unions on the Bucks firing their coach.
No.
You know? But he was like, you guys bring it upon yourself with, like, how your antics as a fan base. I get that. But also, I'm like, fine. But then my thing, you can do all this, by the way. I don't care. It's good for sports, Boston, New York rivalry, all that shit. But then there's also times these same people turn around and they're like, the Knicks haven't won and they're irrelevant. It's like, well, which is it?
Yeah.
You know, because if it was the Orlando Magic who are irrelevant and don't win and they went on some run, I think you would be like, like we got beat by the underdogs. Like you almost root for them maybe, like whatever. You're not. It's probably a New York thing. It's definitely a Knicks thing. It's Could be a Barstool thing, whatever it is, but it's a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, like I was trying to think of it. I would be very surprised. Maybe Rex Ryan, he did like a coach is fired thing. I can't imagine there are many.
Yeah, and that's because it's like Patriots and Jets are not a rivalry but they're a rivalry like in the content world.
Yeah.
So that's fine, but that's always kind of been my thing about a lot of it. It happens with the Mets too. Like people really don't like the Mets. A lot of people don't like the Knicks. Like it's New York in general, which I understand. But then they try to be like New York doesn't mean anything. It's like, well, which fucking is it here? Which, by the way, I have no problem with the Knicks firing Tom Thibodeau. Like, if sports, like all too often, you like let a window close or fuck up your opportunity by like doing the right thing. You know what I mean? It's like Tom Thibodeau did earn not getting fired. Like he had the most sustained success without winning a championship of any Knicks coach in a long, long time. Got to the Eastern Conference Finals. You beat Boston. In that sense, you could say they overachieved by beating like the number 1 seed, or 2 seed, but the number 1 team really. But if you just like take a step back and it's like there are issues, people are always kind of like, can Tibbs get over the hump and get to the promised land? And if you think he can't, then fucking do it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Karl Anthony Towns. Like if you can move Towns, like I think you should. He did good. He was a big piece of why they got there. In a regular world, most likely it's like run this core back, like see what they can do. In the real world, it's like especially right now in the NBA where there's like a lot of parity and like in a weird way it's almost you can say like there's no LeBron dynasty or Warriors dynasty, so like there's parity, but also that means that there's like 10 teams that have a shot at winning.
Yeah.
So you got to like strike now, and like so if there's good pieces and coaches and players who got you far, but you think that there's issues, like rip that fucking Band-Aid.
I agree. I am on the other side of it and have failed.
By trying to like.
This is what the Bruins did. The Bruins have now fired 2 coaches who are both Jack Adams. Well, I mean, honestly, their core ended up firing 3 Jack Adams winners. But like, fired Bruce Cassidy, won the Stanley Cup next year. He won the Stanley Cup, not the Bruins. And then they got a new coach, Montgomery, who I really liked. I thought Montgomery was a great coach. Fired him at the start of the season, and they were like, he's not speaking to the players. Guess what happened by the trade deadline? Sold the whole team.
Yeah. No, I mean, but here's the thing, it could backfire, but I would rather proactive moves than like we just lose in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Like on some regards, it's like we just had our best season in 25 years. Like that's amazing, and it's like, yes, but also I think there are fundamental problems. Dick's just been out the whole time.
My fly's been down.
We should just put a pixelated over the whole episode.
No, I just took a piss, so it just happened. But
I think there are like fundamental problems. Like he plays his players too much. He like got outcoached like pretty directly against the Pacers. He's supposed to be like a defensive wizard. They didn't play well defensively. He like when he finally did sit starters, he sat them for way too long. Like I think there's enough issues where it's like, if I had to guess, I think some of the players also are like, I don't want to play 44 minutes a game.
Right.
Like you're like taking years off of guys' careers by playing under Tibbs. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It could backfire, but I would hate it to just be like, yeah, we just like tried again, and the real shame of it all is like a lot broke their way this time around.
Yeah,
and the Pacers are going to prove and have proved that they're like just a good team. I don't know whether it's because they're from Indiana or Halliburton's overrated or whatever, that people view them as like the Knicks should have beat them, but in hindsight, like they shouldn't have. They're the better team.
Right.
But it did feel like you got through Boston. The Cavs got picked off, like all these things.
It was set up.
Yeah, so it's like that was probably your chance. So, who knows? But I don't think it's the craziest thing in the move. And that by the flip side of it is like Rick Carlisle did a great job with the Pistons, and they fired him, brought in Larry Brown. They won a chip. I think LeBron had that happen like multiple times. Like fire a guy, bring in a new one, wins a chip. So there's precedent, I think, both ways. But a lot of people worried about it. It's like a lot of people worried about the Knicks and their coaching.
Sorry to take it away from like the sports aspect of it, but Tom Thibodeau, if I were to come up with a ranking of top 10 most fun names to say, I'd put him in there.
Thibodeau.
Tibbs.
Tom Thibodeau.
I remember when
he's so
it
hot,
sounds like
too.
he's
such a sexy man.
I remember when I was in the.
Say that.
He's just he's not a good looking guy.
I was in the gambling cave for game 3 or whatever game I was in the gambling cave for, and Rico just turns around and goes, "What do you think of Thibodeau's hair?" It's like, what kind of fucking ridiculous question is that?
I think it's absolutely awful.
What do you think of this bald man's hair?
Yeah.
Isn't it like a comb over?
arguably the worst hair on the planet?
Yeah. I was like,
Is that what you want me to say?
His hair.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mr. Neutrophil Rico, he's got his hair commercials out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which Rico does have a nice head of hair, but he does talk about it like he's fucking, John Stamos.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like, listen, the one thing I got going for me is like, I guess so. I don't know.
I think the best hair at Barstool's Owen. Owen's got just
Owen
a
had- he
luscious
that's
mane.
right.
But then he said he's gonna shave it.
Because he just shaves it and then like
Lets it grow for like 3 years.
look like the next day you're like, wow, the fuck do you have all that hair again?
Yeah,
He has like
below
Eddie
going.
Munster like thick like
Dude, you know who might have like the best hair in the world? Chrissy D.
Stephanie's got very good hair.
Holy shit! He's recently like been like I think let it go and like styling it, and I was like, this is the greatest head of hair I've ever fucking seen. That handsome prick. What else we got? Oh, speaking of Rico, that moment with him jerking off to the camera with Nadoot to do. Did you see that?
No.
So they did one of their challenges. You had to do the 3-man weave.
I saw he
And-
rescued
and-
like he was the hero of the 3-man
He
league,
was
right?
at times the GOAT, where he missed with like 45, and but then he got number 50.
Oh, okay.
But at 49, did you watch that, Pabs? Do you know how it went? Because it was like you do the 3-man weave, which means you run down the court, you pass the ball, and if you had to just go back and forth like 50 times, that you know no matter how many guys you're rotating in, you'd probably get tired. But it seemed like they would like do it and then take a break, kind of, and then like go again. So I don't know what, because building up to like number 50, they were like kind of just walking around, being like, all right, are we ready to go? And they put Nadeau on the screen doing his laugh. That he does like that Frank laugh, And I think it was just a video, but I think Rico thought it was a live stream. And it goes to Rico, and he hits the layup to win it. And then he just grabs the camera, and he's like, grabs like violently grabs his dick and balls. He had people holding him back in the camera. Like I think the tip of his dick was like on the camera. It's crazy. Anything else? What do we got? I feel like LeBron is being pretty mean to Brian Windhorst. I feel bad for Windy. Remember like a few weeks ago? Like
I
maybe
remember
months
that
ago?
when he was on the McAfee show.
Yeah,
yes.
he was kind of like this guy who like acts like we're friends. Like fuck him. And that was kind of like, I can see where this dude basically like riding your coattails and like earning a career off of it, and probably being like a little bit of like a hanger on is weird. But
Yeah.
like I would think there was a little bit of a two-way street, that he used to like give you favorable articles and like all that kind of
He
shit.
certainly is a
I'm
LeBron guy.
I'm
Like,
sure he protected him. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's things that Wendy knows he doesn't talk about. And then, and I guess Wendy brought this upon himself, but I think he was right. I guess LeBron is now. Is he doing a podcast with Steve Nash, or was that just like
he's
okay.
done one.
Yeah, I think they're like doing it together. I think it's almost like JJ Redick is now Steve Nash.
Oh right, I was thinking he was with JJ. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
now
was
it's Steve
confusing
Nash.
the whites. Yeah.
And Windhorst was like, if LeBron does a show with Steve Nash and he's just talking X's and O's, like I don't think people are really gonna like that. And I think that's kind of true. I don't know. I don't think that's. I mean, I'm sure he's LeBron James. He does a podcast. People are gonna listen.
Yeah.
But I don't. I wouldn't listen to that. I love
But
basketball.
I think there's plenty of basketball fans who
I'm
are.
sure. I don't. I just don't think it's gonna be like a Pat McAfee.
No, but
fucking,
I think that's weird of Wendy to say. I didn't know he said that. That's weird.
Yeah.
To come out and like, what do you care, Wendy?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't know what the context was. I guess if you're just coming out of nowhere, so you brought it upon yourself.
LeBron starting a podcast. That's gonna suck. Like, yeah, no shit. He would be mad about that.
But he was just like his quote was like here goes two more guys on TV talking about like shit they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It was
That's also insane.
He
It's
goes
LeBron James and Steve Nash.
He goes sucks to have to listen to two guys who know nothing about basketball talk about basketball.
Well, he must have been sarcastic. It's LeBron James and Steve Nash. They know about
No,
that.
that's LeBron talking about Wendy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Um,
So LeBron's being sarcastic and being like, yeah, people who are interested in like, I probably wouldn't listen to it, but if like McDavid and so had like a breakdown of hockey, I'd check it out occasionally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a regular listener, but I'd be like, it'd be
Right.
pretty cool to watch.
I do remember listening to him and JJ Redick, and I was like, damn, you got to almost be a professional basketball player to understand what they're talking about. Like the terminology and the plays and shit. I was like, you have to know the plays that the NBA teams are running, like the terms, the everything, to really get it. So, and I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who are that hardcore, but it's just got to be tough for Wendy to just be like, I mean, I guess like lesson learned, shut the fuck up, stop talking about this guy. But man, LeBron is just jerking off on him. Just fucking Rico Bosco in him. That's like, somebody said to him, maybe Pablo Torre or somebody was interviewing him, Windhorst, and it was kind of like, he was saying that like a lot of people came to Windhorst's defense, like, and he was like, that must have felt good that a lot of people were like, hey, like leave, like don't talk shit about Windy. He's like a good guy,
Yeah.
And he was like, I think that was like good for you. Like ultimately, like that was a win for like your brand. And Windy was like, I mean, I wish it didn't happen. I guess, but I wish that the guy I've dedicated my life to for the last 20 years didn't openly hate me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great little feud that's bubbling. I did not see that one coming. Oh, I somebody posted on Instagram, Jackie's basically her restaurant idea. They said restaurants should have a menu option called the Rat that lets you scurry around and eat leftovers that people won't finish. The waiter could ask guests if they would like a box or they would like to send it to the Rat.
I'm telling you. Wait, I have a new, but this one's a shopping idea. It's a store.
Okay.
No windows. You can't see anything inside of it. And if you go in the store, you have to buy
something.
Man, and there will be different. The price range
What
is.
would we call it? Gotta be like twist my arm or something. Like you have to do it. Like you.
Yeah, it's like.
But we don't even know, like, is it closed? You don't even know anything. It could be closed. It could be like power tools.
What
You
about
have to
call
buy
it door
something.
number 1?
What?
Oh yeah.
Door
Number one. Love that.
Or maybe you even have 3 doors, and it's like one door might be closed,
Yeah.
one door might be like home decor, and one door might be like an illegal alien.
Or maybe it's like a pop-up shop every week or something like
New
that.
thing.
So you don't know what the pop-up shop is.
It's kind of like those sample sales, and it's like, but if you walk in, you got to get something.
You know what would be cool? Like pop-up thrift stores, but they come from a region.
This is like your food
And
idea.
you have to
but
guess
for
the
clothes.
region.
So like it's just like it's a southern pop-up,
Oh, I
and you're
like
like,
that.
oh, I'll go there. I can get some like good like
Cowboy boots.
fucking cowboy Carhartt,
Yeah.
fucking Carhartt's actually probably more. I think Carhartt more is like in New England, but I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. But flannel maybe like, and then you got California shit, and you got like, oh, there's like
Get some reef.
that's
sneakers and
where
flip-flops.
the best thrifting is in
like regional
like
spots
locales.
like that. Yeah.
Like, I think they say the best place to thrift shop is find out where rich people sell their clothes.
Yeah.
And go shop
And go there.
What
yeah.
region would have the best thrifting?
As I understand, I'm not a major thrifter. As I've understand it from Pavs, that the Midwest has the best.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah.
What
not think
country
that.
do you think has the most Instagram followers of people combined? Is it America?
Wherever
Yeah.
Ronaldo's from.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're probably right though.
It's
just a sheer
America.
number
But
thing.
Ronaldo, I think, is from Portugal, right? And that's
He
pretty
is,
small.
He is
Yeah,
from
he's probably
Madeira, an island in the Azores.
Mm.
It's not. It's America.
I would imagine
Far
like
and
75% of America.
But
I guess India could be maybe, but like Russia, I don't think has the juice. India, because India's got stuff that like we
I
don't
thought you
even
said
know
the
about.
Jews.
A lot of those
I was
co-
like, I didn't know that
No,
the Jews
no.
had a bunch of Instagram followers.
you know the Jews love Instagram.
Yeah.
I think those other places, don't even have the right they don't have Instagram. Right?
I guess
They're
China.
like
China. I don't know if China
They're on TikTok.
does. It's
has
India?
those? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
But India just has I bet you per capita or something, it's probably America. Like I bet you
Yeah.
America's really close with 1/3 of the people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you
India
have-
has
is it America
almost
too?
2 billion people, and America has
Yeah. India, United States, Brazil. Brazil?
What did I have that on the list?
Bunch of hot
Indonesia,
bitches, just a
Turkey,
bunch of girls
Japan.
with
Hot
fat
bitches, yeah,
asses.
yeah.
just all of the ass models
Yeah.
from Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil's right on. It's U.S. is far behind India, and then Brazil's right on our
But
ass.
what are the numbers?
I honestly don't even know. In millions. So India 413. I don't know how to read graphs like this. Like 413.85 in millions. I don't know what that means.
I think that means 430 million.
One of the
But
But that's all they have for follow. That can't be right because like LeBron has like 190. So it's got to be 4 billion.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mm.
Actually, yeah, 413.85. Turkey.
Yeah, wouldn't have Turkey on there.
weird. That I feel like has a lot of rich people. I don't know. One of the great mysteries of the world is why Selena Gomez has so many followers.
Crazy.
I
Nobody
said
can-
that.
nobody's
I think
ever
she
given
was,
me an answer.
active early on. If you just really used it right.
She was dating Bieber when it came out. I've said that about Selena Gomez. I've asked the girls in the office. I'm like, what does she, I now this is pre Only Murders, but I was like, what? I'm not even trying to talk down to her, but what does she do? She was a child star.
She did a little bit of everything, but nothing majorly.
and then I don't know. She doesn't really make music. I don't think. I don't know
She
her of any
has some
shows.
good songs.
She but there was a 5 to 7 year run where she wasn't really making music. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. Just What is Selena Gomez?
I used to be a big fan of her. Like Wizards of Waverly Place was like my favorite show growing up. She's lost me in the past few years. I feel as though she has such a victim mentality, kind of.
I think at one point I was on her side, and then it's like, even if, let's say, you got done dirty by Bieber, like, it's time to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
she does
he's
have a lot of-
married, they've moved on,
Yeah.
you need to move on too.
Like I
She's
feel like
always
he really-
subtweeting, taking shots. you know?
Yeah.
It's like, enough.
And like you know, maybe I don't know the whole story because she does also have like a lot of health issues. So like that I'm not saying that, but it does just seem like it's like there's certain documentaries where everything is just like
Once
everyone's trying to
else
get her.
Has, like, if it's just Bieber was like still single, whatever, but it's like once they have like a wife and kids and shit, it's like
Yeah.
it's time to stop. You know?
Everyone's
Even if they
so
like
committed.
absolutely, you know, were in the wrong. It's, by the way, Nicky Smokes put up his blog. Did you see that? What I would do if I'm selected for the Barstool Beach House. You wrote a blog.
No.
That's the blog.
Fuck.
Just says fuck.
I didn't even read it. I just guessed.
That's what you would do. Nicky has really, I mean, he's just established himself as like a generational cocksman. I don't
I'm
know.
curious to see like
He's
if
got
he has something like it might be in person like he has like crazy riz.
major game. I mean, you know, it is a little bit Gaz-esque. A lot of people used to kind of be like, has Gaz fucked so much, and then you kind of see him in action, and he was like very confident and
Yeah.
has riz, as the girls would say, as the kids would say. So maybe it's one of those. But I almost think that's a pretty big bullseye on your back now. Like, I wouldn't want to walk into anywhere, especially any show, being like, that's the guy who fucks. Because, like, then if you don't, or, like, you
Yeah,
embarrass
yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
girl shuts you down or something, then it's like, you know, bad look. So, man, I can't believe Jackie's going to fuck Nicky Smokes.
Stop.
That's crazy.
Have you guys been thinking the whole time about how much you want to just like take those two little things and just crush them in your hand?
I hadn't thought about it.
Do you want me to do it?
I had the idea of
Yeah.
blowing them head cross my mind.
They're really
Okay.
dry. Like, they will crunch. They will.
Yeah. So put a microphone to it. Oh. Yeah. Wait, tip him, Pap. Sorry.
Yeah.
How about this thing? Have you seen this thing?
I saw
Yeah,
it. I
the
didn't know what it
incense.
was.
I don't know what it is.
Incense.
Oh, you burn this.
You burn it.
This seems
You
like
burn
a health
Yeah.
fire hazard.
Yeah.
Like the rest the hotel's like, here's just kindling for your room. That seems
There's
pretty-
no way you're supposed
you have
to
a lighter?
light this wood on fire.
You do. That's
mean-
the whole point. Yeah. That's it. Like you got to get the bad juju out. Somebody needs to OCD wise crush the other one now.
Oh.
Put a microphone to
How
it.
about this?
Oh.
That one good?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's set that shit on fire.
Love that.
There's no way this hotel is like, these are open flames to light.
I'm.
But it does have scent
does
in it,
have
and that's
scent
probably
in
how
it.
you would
Yeah.
release it.
Mhm.
We do have to set that on fire. Hi, yeah, front desk, can you bring me fire, please? I'd like an open flame.
There's certain.
You have to clean this up. This was your fault. I wasn't gonna do
that's
this until you
that's
made me
fine,
do
that's
it.
That's fine. All right.
Are you gonna drop your boob job stats like Kylie? Let the people know what you got done.
I mean,
You could be the
I got
reverse.
the
How much
reduced,
did you
yeah,
get taken out?
Taken out.
Like I need some girl to make a video being like, Queen Jackie, please drop the breast reduction stats.
If I could find the stats from like years ago, I'll drop them. But I love Kylie for this.
Dude, she is on a heater as far as good PR.
Yeah.
She's doing, like, for someone who's a billionaire and a Jenner Kardashian and dating Timothy Chalamet, like, she's doing it right now. Going to Boston, going to Indiana, going to Detroit.
Yeah.
She posted the picture of her suitcase where she had like Nick's lingerie in it. Did you see that? Everyone's like, what a like down.
With the meat mill we fucking on the Knicks bed?
Yeah. She posted the Sex and the City meme that was like, I don't get laid unless the Knicks win. So
Thank
now we
you.
like basketball. So like she is on a heater, and so this girl made a video being like, I thought it was like gonna be like someone was shaming her, and she was like, fuck you, like, here it is. But it was a girl being like, I want to get my tits done. For all the girls who want like plastic surgery, like, please tell us how you did it. And so it was like a good thing. You know, it was like transparency and like not lying, no body shaming. And so she said 445 cc's of silicone, half underneath the muscle. Here you go. But the real winner is that guy Garth Fisher. She just dropped the name of the plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Which he was already. I mean, he's already doing Kendall Jenner's tits.
Yeah.
And he was like the ABC Extreme Makeover doctor, so he's like set. But this was like tagged him, and like that guy is like
his schedule filled up pretty quick.
Big time.
Apparently, under the muscle is a much better boob job than over the muscle. I didn't know.
Well, she said half and half.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She said half under the muscle, which I've never heard of that, but like that's it's like when you get hibachi and you get the filet mignon and the shrimp. Do a little half and half. I would say I've always heard under the muscle. I would say whatever they did for Kylie Jenner is what other people should do.
Yeah.
Pretty good job.
I am reaching a point where I'm kind of like, I want another procedure done to them. Like,
you got the itch?
Yeah, but I just feel like.
What if you got your tits back?
I know. Like, can I have it back?
Original nipples, please.
Give
me the salami.
Yeah. So, but I.
Well, we got to get your mirror dry. I got to reach back out to them. We're gonna fix those pits. And then you're gonna do your lips, right? Lips, pits, and tits.
Yeah, and then just like once I get a little bit of money, I'm just gonna like get better shampoo, get like like whatever.
I mean, as always, you're not ugly or pretty. You're rich
Poor.
and poor. Yeah.
Poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not saying the other side of it yet. Just poor. But yeah, she's I mean, a lot of people are loving that. Like, that was like genuinely a smart move because there's just so much like. People put out false expectations, and they are fake, but they don't let people think that, and everyone thinks, like, why don't I look like that? And she's like, here's how you look like that.
Yeah.
Here's exactly, how much it costs, and here's how you do it,
Yeah.
But I do think there's also a part of, like, you could go do 445 cc's of silicone half under the boob, and if you get a bad doctor and you don't have a body like Kylie Jenner, it's not going to look like that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there still is a little bit of, like, don't hold your breath.
Like what I said about steroids. Like,
Yeah.
you can take steroids if you want.
Still got to hit the ball. Still got to hit that ball, man.
I also feel like for them, like, there's no point in keeping it a secret because everyone already. If
know.
you think of plastic surgery, like the first family you think of is Kardashians.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So there's no
Well, that's
point
what I
in,
said. It was like other families passed down like their recipe. It's like,
Right.
here's how to make our marinara sauce. It's a little this, a little that. Like here's how the Kardashians get their tits.
They're seriously like single-handedly not evolving, but like I wonder if they're contributing to like evolution at all, because now all girls. I guess it wouldn't really.
They're contributing to like people are gonna be pretty fucking confused when they find graves.
Dude,
Yeah, that's so true.
people
What
are
the
not
hell
aging.
is all this stuff in here?
People
Yeah.
legit are not aging. Like Megan Trainor was talking about the other day. She was like, I'm trying to do like anti-aging biology things, and it's like, I mean, even Megan Trainor, not like she's a nobody, but like I get that like the Kardashians are like, this is what we do. We look pretty, so we got to do whatever it takes. But all these other people doing like, I mean, they, you look at Christina Aguilera right now, and
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan. It's like you're legit Benjamin Button. Shit is getting weird. You're going backwards, man.
And guys are just still there.
But I actually think, guys, we were watching PTI is like a sports program, and there's a guy, Tony Kornheiser, who's been a bald man with like the ring hair. He looks like an old guy, but he's looked like the same old guy probably from 50 to like 75 now.
that's good.
He's been around for like 25 years, and he's always looked like that. So he's not like young, but he's also not really aging. And I just feel like in general, there are bald guys, but look at the Barstool office. Like a bunch of those guys in a few more years would have just had like the ring around or the Tom Thibodeau comb over, and now they've got hair. And that's like some relatively normal dudes,
Yeah.
So like if everybody's just doing shit like that, eventually we're all just going to look the same, like one androgynous species that all looks the same until you're dead.
That's kind of like we talk about this on Fishbowl, but like being bald, like hair is the one thing that you guys kind of have to like. So if you're not trying, then like that's offensive. Like we're always like fuck bald guys, but not because like actually we care if you're bald. It's just like
You
if
could
we're
get
gonna
the
like
There's a fix.
whatever. It's like the one thing that you kind of gotta.
If you put a little bit of effort, it's like there's medicine, there's the gummies. You could do the transplant. There's options now. It used to just be like you're fucked. Shave your head. Now there are chances. I don't know though. You would rather. Like, I mean, when White Sox Dave shaved his head, it was like, you're fine. His hair's growing in nicely. He posted, like, a picture.
Yeah.
It's like, he's going to have nice hair. But also, he could have just... Like, would you... If some guy was just, like, a hot dude who shaved his head and was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about all that. Like, I just shaved my head. It's kind of, like, attractive to be like, I don't really care.
Yeah. But like, what I want to see is effort. Like, Dave shaved his head amidst surgery.
Yeah.
And maybe that was what made him hot, was just being like, okay, you're
Wow.
trying. You're
Confirmed.
No.
No. That you just straight up said that's what made him hot. Ooh, maybe we should get White Sox Dave in the
No,
house,
no,
and then Jackie would fuck.
Guys, I really don't. I really don't. It's what made him in the picture appear more attractive than in past photos.
There you go. You're gonna edit that, I bet.
Yeah. I'm editing all of this. But I just like, again, like if we're gonna be doing like 40 under the muscle, like whatever,
Yeah.
like then
You better at least
take
gummy.
a chew. Yeah. That's all. That's all I goddamn ask for.
Maybe, by the way, I've been seeing these threads on like Twitter that are like the Brazil Big Brother house is like out of control. There's something going on with the Twitter algorithm, and I know this is gonna sound silly, and people are gonna laugh at me for it, but like if you click on like a sports thing, you'll get fed some sports stuff. If you click on one horny tweet, it consumes your Twitter. Like I clicked one thing that said Big Brother Brazil is like out of control. Look at this thread, and it was just screenshots and videos from there, and those guys just fuck. Like they're just under the sheets, but just like clapping threesomes. Like this guy was fucking this girl. She was just like in the guy's bunk getting fucked, and this one dude was watching. He was laying like this watching, and he just got up and walked over and like grabbed her head. And I was like, this is fucking nuts.
God damn.
But I watched one thing, and now everything is like, this thread, don't open in public. This thread is too dangerous. I'm like, I got the horniest fucking Twitter alive now. God damn it. But what if Barstool Beach House is just like one of these foreign, like
cameras.
Montoya.
Yeah.
Everyone's just getting clapped. Who knows?
And then I'm doing the pranks.
Yeah.
There's just like a pig running by.
I'm picturing like Nicky Stokes fucking someone, and Jackie's just like, tying their sleeves in knots. Doing the Frank Reynolds.
Jackie's the gremlin of the shore house.
Like, get her out. Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in New York for next week, right? This is our second episode this week? Yeah. So, all right. We'll be back with a recap of the Tires premiere and whatever else is going on in the KFC Radio world. See ya.